He was a trailblazer, and he knew the importance of getting players what they deserved.
He was well-liked by everybody. He respected everybody and vice versa.
As a student of the game and a student of life, he was always observing.
He was very interested in what was going on. How would the negotiations play out?
He just exhibited a certain kind of strength. When Baylor started speaking, everybody stopped.
I would have met Don Baylor in the spring of 1978, and he'd been a major league player at that point for a number of years. Still young, fast, power hitter, had a reputation of being willing to stand in and get hit by pitches in order to get the extra base.
He was tough, but he was kind. It was a real interesting combination.
In the bottom of the ninth inning and a man on second base with 2 outs, he's the guy you'd like to see at the plate.
Baylor was a great player. The reason I mention that and why it's important is that when you are a great player and you take the lead, it carries a lot of weight.
Don Baylor's career began under the old system. He knew what it was like to be stuck with one team and have a choice, essentially, here's your contract, or, if you can find something else to do, God bless you, please go ahead. And he understood what free agency meant. He understood how beneficial it was for players in the early years of free agency following the '76 agreement, and he understood viscerally what it would mean for players, including him, if we had not succeeded in the 1980 and 81 negotiations to preserve the core of free agency. That effort in 1980 and 81 set the stage for everything else which followed.
He saw, in fact, benefited from the things that they gained.
He exuded a certain kind of confidence in the future. No, don't worry, we can handle this. We just have to stick together.
Once he had an understanding, he was determined to pass that understanding on to the players so that they could be informed.
As a player, you really felt that he cared about you, that he had your best interest in mind, that he was going to try to get the most out of you and put you in situations to succeed.
He understood what the Players Association was about, and he bought into the idea that he had a responsibility to give the players that came after him what he had received from the players that came before.
He was selfless. It was never about Don Baylor. It was about everyone else. He wanted us to have a better career and a better life than he did. He had to fight for a lot in the years that he played. He didn't want us to go through that.
His legacy is that he helped preserve the Union. He led players.
Because of the structure and the approach that people of Don's era, the organization still mostly works the same way.
We were best of friends for his entire life. He was down to earth. He didn't have a big ego. You met Donnie Baylor and he was a person. He talked to you and you were a person.
It's such a very great and sweet privilege to accept this award on my husband Don's behalf. He admired Curt Flood tremendously. He knew firsthand of his courage and sacrifice.
Donnie, of course, was black, and he identified with Curt Flood in a way no player who was not black ever could. He would say to me from time to time, I could have been in that position. He paved the way for me.
He was eyewitness to the history that Curt Flood made, and it's just a great, great privilege to be here today in honor of Don. He'd be thrilled, but he'd be profoundly humble.